Hello guys. So it's been a while. Mysidia. Okay, the label said Mysidia. Uh, it's gonna take me a while to figure out where we are right now. I think we've just completed Mysidia, Cave of Mysidia. Yeah, I believe so. Hang on. So we should have the crystal rod. Okay, nice. We are almost entering end game. Well, it's gonna be the end of mid game. But first thing is, I don't have any healing, right? So first thing is getting back to Mysidia safe. Yeah, let's do that immediately. Wow, I can't believe I've already made this much progress. Yeah, these guys don't talk. He starts again. Hey, like I said, I just start as soon as I can after making my announcement. In fact, I made the announcement really late today. Once again, I almost completely forgot about making the announcement. But how's it going, man? Hope you've had your dinner. God damn. Over here, it's already the end of winter, unfortunately. So we are all lamenting that temperature has risen a lot. How's things over there? How do we get rid of these guys again? I think, if I remember correctly, this is pretty much devolved into a magic only challenge run. Because we literally did not get any good drops. Hopefully that's going to change end game. But even if we do get any good drops, it's going to be like it's going to take a while to ramp up. But if we do get some really excellent drops, then I'm definitely going to use physical attacks with at least someone, right? So this is with Blink level 6, Fire level 7. Oh, I could probably just use Fire level 7 on these guys. Does everybody have fire? Fire level 8. Holy crap! Yeah. What about you? Fire level 3. Okay, I think we can pretty much one round. And what is Layla? I think I just left her with nothing. Literal mace. She's gonna be using the mace. Well, she's gonna bid farewell to us anyway. Oh yeah, next dungeon is not Tower of Mysidia. It's Leviathan. Can we finish these guys off? Don't think so. Rip. All 4 of them are going to get their turn with Layla. Yeah, she's not going to survive. That's okay. Do we have life? Oh shit, we don't have life. We don't have life. I'll need to get reacquainted with this. Anyway, we can use her dead body as a undead wall. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, we can pretty much safely make our way to Mysidia, where we'll revive everyone. More undead! With Harvey Specter. No wonder my fire level is so high. There are plenty of enemies in this game who are weak to fire. I think as a general rule in any Final Fantasy, at least the ones I've played, fire has been very useful. Because almost always undead are weak to fire. And as are many other enemy types. Right, if I remember correctly, there was a church, yep. I literally did not know that Mysidia had a church before this playthrough. So if nothing else, at least it has given me an idea of what all towns do have church. I remember Boft and Balloon do not have churches, surprisingly. So what happens if you die near them? You have to go all the way back to either, if you're in Boft, you have to go to Bovsk, and if you're in Balloon, you have to go to Altair. No other option. Where's the inn? Right, so let's proceed onwards. Leviathan is going to be the next dungeon, and we're not going to have Layla for that, but it's a relatively short dungeon. We are going to get Richard. Uh, he does start with level 8 in swords, but we're not really using swords. I mean, we don't have any good swords or lances for that matter. He's got level 8 in lance as well. So if miraculously I get a good weapon drop from someone, then I think Richard will be our melee fighter. And after Richard, we get Leon, who is also a very accomplished melee fighter. So probably for the rest of the game, our melee fighter is decided, regardless of what weapon we get, provided that we actually get a good weapon. We haven't had any good luck with that so far. In fact, compared to all the enemies that you can potentially encounter, very few enemies actually drop anything. That has been another very interesting learning from what I've played so far. Because most of the reason that I wanted to do this challenge run was because I always thought what the hell? We can't run from this? Are you kidding me? What? We can't run from black plants. Maybe this is a weird setup. I swear we can run from black plants. But yeah, I always used to think that there are plenty of enemies in this game who drop. And some of them drop very valuable stuff. But nope. There are actually very few enemies that drop anything. Well, we haven't yet visited Endgame, and I think Endgame there are plenty of guys that drop, but like I said, it might just be an illusion. Because when you don't really care about it, you think maybe you have a skewed perspective of things. Right, Layla, we should not have anything on her. Oh, we do. So let's take out everything. She's not going to join our party after this. Placebo effect. Well, placebo effect is more like believe in something, and that belief becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. I won't call this a placebo effect. It's more like the grass is no, it's not envy either. I was gonna say maybe it's like the grass is greener on the other side, but no. It's just that when you don't care about something, you have a skewed perspective of it. And what examples can we think of from real life? Like when you look at other people, and yeah, that's pretty much the most common example I can think of. You look at other people and you think, oh, they're having such a great life, but then you actually dig deeper, you find out more, and you find that their life is not so rosy after all. But I would say that is more out of envy, isn't it? Oh, he's having such a great life and my life is all fucked. This is not like that. It's like in all of my playthroughs, I've literally haven't cared whether I got a drop or not. If I got a drop, okay. If I didn't get a drop, that's okay too. So from a perspective of just not caring about something, you have what happens if you don't care about what perspective do you have of something that you don't care about? So let's think about something. Yeah, maybe let's consider, well, you play first person shooters, I do not. So although I appreciate a great skill even in FPS games, I used to hold the opinion that the shooter games were very childish. I mean, there wasn't a lot to them. Was that out of envy? I don't think that was out of envy. I think that perspective was purely out of indifference. I didn't care to play first person shooter games, so I was like, nah, they are probably not good anyway. They are very stupid. But I've begun to realize that even though I still maintain that I'm not interested in FPS games. I've managed to develop a healthy amount of respect for it. One could even say that previously it was a condescending attitude. Right, Richard, we need to get rid of your stuff. Everybody needs to be naked. Unfortunately, nobody drops any clothes. Speaking of clothes, what do the other guys have? Protect ring! Oh wait. Quite sure I got that protect ring from Lamia. Mithril shield. Wow, look at this, huh? The only thing I've got on my main three guys is one fucking mithril shield. The only saving grace in a sports video game. Let's analyze your perspective on this. Why do you think? Why do you have such a low opinion of sports video games? I used to play the cricket video game all the time. My brother, I think he still plays FIFA. No, he doesn't play video games anymore. He's married. He used to play FIFA. And yeah, I mean, I used to play cricket. I don't think I played any racing games other than Need for Speed, which can't really be considered sports. In terms of drops, yeah, the saving grace of this challenge run has been magic drops. So we've got Blink, we got Fire, we got Warp, we got Blind, we got Berserk. Blind is stupid. Wait, we got Berserk. Actually, technically speaking, if I want to abuse Berserk, I could just go ahead and use whatever weapon I want. I could use the mithril staves and axes that I got, and pretty much you use them for as much damage as I want with Berserk. That's how broken Berserk is. And Berserk was pretty much the cornerstone of my starting equipment only challenge run. Fire, Sleep, Berserk, Blind, Warp, Scourge, Blizzard, and Blink. As you see, there's a sameness about what drops they've got. I almost think that I should have gone for the rare drops as well, because this doesn't really give you a good idea of what awesome drops you can get even from your regular enemies. Blind, Scourge, Berserk, Warp. Yeah, it's pretty much the same spells. So it's kind of sad, but I don't think this is a good enough demonstration. Regardless, I'm not going to stick around and grind each and every drop of monsters. Are you kidding me? Part of the reason I wanted to do this was to act as a effective randomizer. Because of the variation of drops in this game, I thought maybe, yeah, I could treat this run as a randomizer. But no, I don't think that's gonna work. Because even if I attempt this again, at best, especially when I'm rushing through it, if I'm just rushing through it, then I'm gonna get 1 or 2 rare drops, but otherwise it's pretty much gonna be the same. So it's literally no difference, is it? Okay, roundworm, what can we do about this guy? I think it wasn't an ambush. I think we were following a same-as strategy of putting people to sleep. Do I want to use blind? Can we even use blind? Now this guy's gonna hit pretty hard, but I think using the same strats that we were using before, unless he's immune to it, We should be fine. We should be fine. Actually, wait a minute. I've got blink. What am I talking about? I don't need blind. Ah, dude, am I playing FF2 for the first time? I've got blink. Richard does not have a shield, so blink will be kind of bad on him. But once I get everybody blinked up, the roundworm can't do shit. Fire, blah blah blah. What should I go for? Do I even care about sleep anymore? Now that I've got blink. Actually, yeah. Let's try and put this guy to sleep. And what about you? He's not really weak to anything. So what is my highest level? So Blizzard. He's got level 8 Blizzard. Okay. And I think Richard. What can Richard do? Right now he can only punch. So might as well do that. He's going to do 0 damage, but he might use a... Look at that. Look at that. Sleep level 7. Success. And he's going to be asleep. Every time he wakes up, I'll just use sleep. Sleep at high levels is... Wow, it's so good, man. Oh, I should have equipped Richard with a shield. Then I could have used blink on him instead of wasting blinks on everyone. Yeah. The reason I'm using blink on everyone is because I anticipate Richard is gonna die. I completely forgot about the fact that I have legit one extra shield which I stole from Layla. That I got as a drop. Unfortunately, the roundworm does not drop anything. How could you miss, Richard? What is your highest level spell? Fire. And now it's just going to be pressing A unless he wakes up, in which case I'm just going to need to make a small modification to press some extra buttons and put him to sleep again. Sleep at level 7. Technically, this guy is a level 7 monster, so he's one of the highest ranked monsters in this game. And he's susceptible to sleep 7. That says more about his lack of magic defense. GG! Hard game, by the way. Honestly, me and FF2, you can never say that. Yay, Richard got evasion! Let me give him his shield first. Golden shield? No, I can't use the golden shield. Golden shield is the one that Richard came with. I can only use the mithril shield. I cannot use the golden shield and flame lance. So, lest I make a mistake, buy Meat Castle. Oh yeah, you're playing that randomizer. How's it going so far? Lest I forget, let me go and sell off Richard's stuff. How was Egg's death? I meant Levi. Okay. Meat Castle. I never thought about it that way. Oh man, I never thought about it that way. Yeah. Maybe that's where they got the idea of Meat Castle from? Innards of Leviathan? But the Meat Castle is technically not really inside the monster, is it? It just looks that way. We need to sell Richard's stuff. Golden shield and flame lance. Wait, what? Knight's armor, giant's helm, giant's glove. Excuse me? Giant's helm, giant's glove, knight's armor. Where the hell did I get this from? I can understand I got a giant's helm and giant's glove from the Gigas encounters. Knight's armor. Does anybody drop knight's armor? No, they don't. At least not that I know of. So I'm going to sell them. And I'm quite sure that we got one giant's helm and one giant's glove dropped from the Gigas. I'm not going to use an ogre killer. Where the hell did I get an ogre killer? No, I think I picked this up by mistake. Yeah, I picked it up by mistake. And I think the knight's armor is from a monster in a box, which I fought just for boss purposes. Yeah. I don't think anybody drops an ogre killer. Nobody drops knight's armor. Giant's glove I can live with. I'm not going to equip it right now, even though, I mean, first of all, it's for physical damage only. And accuracy if that's required, and since we are mostly not using physical attacks anyway, it doesn't really make sense, because that's just going to lower our evasion equipping heavy armor like that. And right now it's going to be all about evasion, because we need to run away from encounters which are just yeah, the title of this video, mate. If you ain't dropping shit, I ain't sticking around. Not worth it. So we are at end game and I only got an evasion of 75%, 81%, 62%, 62%. What the hell? Horrible evasion levels. But that's because I haven't really got a chance to level up physical skills, which is kind of sad, but that's the way it is. I feel like there's gonna be some point in the game where I'm in so much debt, as in grind debt, that I'm gonna have to stop and grind. As far as possible, I've tried to keep this free of grinding, especially as far as drops are concerned, just to introduce a random element. But as you can see, I hardly got any good drops. And I fully expect, well, Tower of Mysidia is kind of crappy in terms of drops, unless it's the bosses. My only hope is that the bosses, we get lucky with the bosses. Otherwise, I can't think of even a single enemy in this dungeon who actually drops anything. And I'm not even talking about good stuff. I'm just talking about crappy stuff. Is there anybody that drops anything good? And the answer is no. Is there anything that drops anything at all? And the answer is no, sadly. Well, I guess, yeah. I just tried to stretch my imagination, and there is an enemy that drops. There is an enemy that drops something. It's not good. Well, we can run into what are those things called? Devil flower? No, not devil flowers. Oh man, I'm forgetting enemy names. What the hell is wrong with me? Devil's Bloom, Evil Flower? No, I've literally forgotten. Holy shit! Feels like I've moved away from Final Fantasy 2 so much. Been playing a lot of tactics and FF8. I've literally forgotten an enemy's name. But yeah, he drops potions, antidotes, echo screen potentially, sleep grass and shit like that. So I guess technically there is an enemy which drops something in this dungeon, right? Let's consider ourselves lucky. Giant's gloves, thank you very much. Maybe later. At the very least, since I can't pick up any treasures, I'm grateful for the fact that I can just take the shortest path through the dungeons. Oh, look at this. Oh shit! How am I supposed to beat the red soul? That thing absorbs all magic, and Richard just can't do shit. Huh, how the hell am I supposed to beat him? Maybe I'll just let Richard die, and these guys should be able to finish off the red soul. Yeah, let's go with that strategy. Meanwhile, let's finish off all the plan type monsters. Even though this is gonna heal the red souls. The red souls are not too big of a threat. They only have 4 turns worth of magic on them. And even then, their magic is AoE, and right now with our levels of HP, AoE magic is not too bad. So what I'm looking forward to is starting from the next dungeon, we can potentially get excellent drops. Potentially. Potentially is the keyword here. And I don't think Richard is going to die, so I'm probably going to have to kill him myself. Feels bad, man, but I'm not doing this for HP, let it be noted. I'm doing this for the sake of convenience, because I just have no answer to the red souls. We're just gonna have to punch them to death. Question is, do we have enough power? We should. We have like level 7 Bare Fist, right? Even though we're wearing a shield. Yeah, honestly, we should have enough. Or not. 36 damage? What? That's better, 161, but that was a crit. Okay, looks like we're gonna be here a while. These things have like 540 HP. It is gonna give me some... at least the red souls are giving me some incentive to use physical attacks. Actually, speaking of, I should probably use physical attacks a lot more. If for nothing else, but to level up our shields. Let me take a look at what our shield level is after this fight. Yeah, thanks Red Souls, you made me realize something. Intelligence, stamina, blah blah blah. I don't have healing! I literally just realized that. So I can't stick around in those fights. Oh boy. So we got level 8 in shields. Holy shit. We already got level 8 in shields. And yeah, right now we are facing off against at best level 5 enemies. So just to get some extra experience, we are gonna have to use physical attacks at least 3 or 4 turns. Otherwise we don't get any EXP for using physical attacks whatsoever. That's kinda sad. I got level 8 shields already. I thought we were like level 5 or 6. Let's see. Magical enemies are going to be a problem because we don't have any healing. And that's been the theme of this. Somehow I managed to survive. I'm trying to think, are there more unrunnable encounters? Alright, fire gas is going to be the same old strategy. Seriously, the boss fights in FF2 far easier than the random encounters. And since I'm running away from most of the random encounters, even that's not a problem. I just wanted this to be a what? That's single target? Rip. Do we have Blizzard? We do. This is when... Oh, we need to put him to sleep. Holy shit. That ambush really did a number on us. At the very least, our high shield level ensures that... sleep level 8. Yep. Success. Awesome. I think this will do it. Awesome. Hopefully he drops something. I think the best thing for now he can drop is the flame sword. And he didn't drop shit. Come on, guys. This is just such bad luck. But now Lee is down to 270 HP because of that ambush. Do I have any healing whatsoever? 6 potions, might as well use them. Yeah, might as well. I have nothing else. Ice floor. Does the ice Gigas even drop? Ice sword. Vampire girls. Nope, nobody drops anything. But yeah, at least with our high shield level, we have just about enough evasion to take the first turn. I like the vampire sprite in this remake. Devil's Bloom, yeah. Are these guys the one that drop some healing items? No, I think it's their lower cousins. I believe these guys are weak to fire as well. Let's check it out. But each of them has like 1000 HP, so we need to take them seriously. Should be weak to fire, right? Yeah, they are. God damn it, Sakura can one-shot them. I should have done this better. Ouch! Come on, I was just talking about taking first turn, man. Oh, he's dead. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's confused and now he's dead. What bad luck is this? I was literally just talking about having the advantage in turn order. Seriously, these guys are that fast? Wow. I definitely should have optimized this. Okay, are we gonna get the same encounter? See, this is why I have Richard in the front row and everybody else in the back row. Even though Richard is dead, he plays a very valuable part in preventing enemies from physically attacking me when it's an ambush. Of course, they can still attack via magic, but the damage is controlled so far. Let's put the Gigas to sleep and we should be able to take care of the bombs this turn. The bomb and the turtle type enemies literally have 0 speed. So even early game, if I run up against a bomb, and this was something I realized in my Magic Only challenge run way back when. Is he not asleep anymore? Yeah, looks like it. Back to sleep we go. We're trying to reduce the damage as much as possible here. Unfortunately, I didn't even have the opportunity to heal up before I entered Mysidia Tower. Because nobody drops tents, cottages. I thought there would be at least someone who drops high potions. No such luck. Okay. Wait a minute. I think we can run from... Can we run from these guys? Oh my god, we can run from these guys! Quite sure they don't even drop anything. Okay, we can run from those guys in this dungeon. Okay, we've got a Chimera, but first let's finish off the undead. 5 out of 6 enemies in this formation are susceptible to fire. So let's do some cleaning out first, since we do have 1 free turn. Good to see Richard's dead body in the front row. So many broken mechanics in this game. I'm beginning to appreciate each and every one of them, having played the other Final Fantasies now. I have to say, sleep has quite possibly been the most useful spell in this game. Because if I wasn't able to put enemies to sleep, we would be having to deal with whatever damage they're doing. Antidote and sleep grass. Give me a potion, damn it. Even a regular one. Speaking of high potions, who drops high potions? Can't think of anyone that drops high potions. Maybe could have grinded on them if any of them were available in the middle of a dungeon, but I literally can't think of who drops high potions. And now I'm having to save scum like hell just because I don't want to grind. Question is, can we make it at 700 HP? Kinda relying on a lack of ambushes. Ambushed and blizzard. God damn it. Worst possible outcomes here. For the fire giggers did a single target fire attack. At least this one is not single target. Some consolation. Let's use the same old strats. I think rather than individual fights being a challenge. What? Missed! Did it really miss? No, it didn't miss. It just the icon doesn't show up for some reason while they're casting spells. Okay. Crippling weakness to fire, and that's gonna be all she wrote. Please drop something, anything. I don't even care if it's shitty. I just want to Ice Brand! Yes! Hell yeah. I got an incredibly valuable drop. Ice Brand is quite possibly the most powerful weapon at this stage in the game. So just to preserve that, I'm gonna get the hell out of here and start teaching Richard. Actually, yeah, I was just saying, right? Richard has level 8 in swords, so if we get a sword drop from one of these guys, it's going to be incredibly valuable. There we go. Some luck finally. Is my luck finally turning? And I can't. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Who's got the best warp spell? Warp level 3, okay. So now Richard can also contribute, and we don't have to care about the Red Soul encounters, but if possible, I will, in encounters where everybody is safe, and I'll show you how we can make everybody safe. In especially safe encounters, I think it actually advantages me to spend at least 2 or 3 turns using physical attacks, just so that everybody gets shield levels. I'm going to start doing that, especially since we are going to be running into some slightly higher level monsters. Speaking of, oh shit, this is an unrunnable. Oh shit. Let's hope one cast of Blink will be enough, since he's got Blink at very high level. Oh, apparently not. At least we are heading back into town right now, so it's not too big of a deal. Let's focus on the flying ray first. That thing hits a lot harder, plus it has lesser HP. Right now, even for enemies without any weakness, Sakura is doing 300 damage. That's actually pretty cool, because even in the final dungeon, enemies have like 1000 HP at best. So doing 300 damage, and that's just going to ramp up more and more, is a good sign if they're going to be relying on magic. But yeah, hopefully my luck is changing. We'll start to get some good drops. Oh, I should be This is exactly what I was talking about. Once we've got Blink up, I should just waste a couple turns uselessly attacking. Well, not uselessly, just to get those shield levels as high as possible. More evasion is always a good thing, especially since the end game monsters, they're gonna have a speed score of 80 or 90, so outspeeding them even at 99% evasion is not a guarantee. We want at least 80 or 90% evasion just to have a chance to compete with the endgame monsters. Even though endgame is a good third of the game away, still, gonna start preparing as soon as possible just because, yeah, it's gonna avoid a lot of grinding later on. And who knows what nice things we're gonna get. Right, back to Mysteria Tower we go, and this time we've got a pretty good weapon. My only problem is we're gonna get ambushed, Richard is gonna die, and then what am I gonna do? Am I gonna continue on, or should I have the ice brand on someone else so that they will also die? What's our evasion levels? Level 3, level 3, level 2, and level 3. Yeah, so right now monsters are getting 5 or 6 hits, so level 2 and level 3 evasion is not going to cut it. Hopefully Richard can survive long enough. No, he's not. There is no way in hell he can survive long enough. Oh well, I'll just do the best we can. Yeah. Remember the PSP version? I think this was something I said right back in episode 1. In the PSP version, you get ambushed much more than the other versions. Normally, your first character's evasion should determine your chance for getting ambushed. So his evasion is a good 70%, man. Can't really expect more. 76%, and we're still getting ambushed on a regular basis. Honestly, not evasion percent. It's based on his agility, so I guess it does work well. At least not a back attack. Back attacks are the worst. Right, this is what I'm talking about. Let's see what kind of damage we're getting first. Blink level 7 on Richard, and now this is a safe fight. Holy shit, 600 damage! Wow, this guy's not going to last 3 turns. We are not going to get any EXP whatsoever. Richard, don't do that much damage! God damn it! Oh my god. Yep, we got a pretty nice sword there. Ah shit. Did we get any EXP? I don't think so. 8. No, we got jack shit from that. At least I saved up my MP. That was an unrunnable. This we can run from. I believe the slimes in this dungeon are unrunnable. Let's see if Richard can deal with them just with physical attacks. We desperately need some levels, man. 0 damage, okay. I don't think this is gonna work. Oops. But at least let's spend 3 or 4 turns just physically attacking so that they get some experience at least. Sadly, I feel like I absolutely need to grind. Plus, this will also help Richard's evade levels since he's the only one in the front row. Can't complain about that. Yeah, blink and sleep. I haven't even used blink that much, but definitely sleep. Sleep has been the MVP of this run. Okay, I think that's enough. Let's get rid of them. The red one only has 100 HP, so I might as well let Richard kill him. He's gonna get a crit at some point because he's got level 8 sword. And the crit chance is effectively your level into 5. So he's got a 40% chance of crits. I was just saying that you have a very good chance of landing a critical hit, Richard. Why you do this to me? There we go. There's my boy. Sword level increased. Yay. Now he's gonna be doing even more damage. Second slot. Alright. Literally, I'm only worried about the ambushes. And speaking of, yep, well, called it. This is bad. Stop it! I'll just let Richard and ouch! Shit! These guys are in the front row now. And we have to now we can't even get the sword back from Richard. Just gonna spend a couple turns in physical attacks for aforementioned reasons. That's gonna slow our progress down a bit, but I think overall that's... No! Are you kidding me? These guys can still land a hit on us? Okay, let's go into full extermination mode then. I was doing so well until I got ambushed. I've got half a mind to just run out again. You know what? Let's not have a unhealthy reliance on Richard. I'll just hand his sword over to maybe Sakura, who is next in line to die of an ambush, because it's gonna happen. It's just inevitable. In this version of the game, an ambush is just a way of life. Right now we are having to rely on our magic, but hopefully I'm hoping to transition them over to physical weapons, provided I actually get said weapons. Speaking of nice weapons, in the next dungeon we can get an even better sword. And an even better axe! You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna stick around and grind for those drops, because I've been thinking about this and this game may be particularly mean at times. Oh, you don't have to tell me. I don't know how many times I've played this game, man. But yeah, how's it going? But once you know the secret of this game, it's kind of easy, which is why I do all these challenge runs. Just to spice things up a bit. But yeah, what I was saying is, the drops only challenge run, what's the point of that? It's to make sure we get, kind of show off who drops what and stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do is, as long as the encounter is not stupidly rare, the more challenging is a skill-based system. Yeah, like I said, if you know the secret of this game, it's absolutely easy peasy. Kind of like the impression that people have of Final Fantasy VIII. It's very counterintuitive, but the thing is, yeah, either you can choose to play it like a normal RPG, or you can play it like a tactical game where you sit down, understand those rules, and then play by its own rules. Seriously, yeah. From now on, since I do have a very good weapon, I'm going to try and see if I can just focus on physical attacks. Missed! Oh, of course, she has literally no skill. We're still gonna have to rely on magic. RIP. But at least her evasion is going to go through the roof right now, and that is arguably the most important outcome that we want right now. Since we are moving into end game, once we get good evasion, at least we'll be free from the enemy's physical attacks, even if they do ambush us. Right, that's our statutory 3 physical attacks. Let's move on to magic. Each of those bombs has, I think it's got like 600 HP. It's quite a feat to survive all of these fire attacks. Oh, never mind. They just barely managed to survive. No! $300 damage, there we go. I don't think we're gonna have enough MP, but hoping for some runnable encounters, because I do need to focus on MP conservation as well, since enemies are very tanky right now. I mean, relatively tanky. But I was talking about the next dungeon, right? Yeah, what I'm going to do is stick around and grind at least the encounters that are not super rare, even though the drops themselves are pretty rare. I'm going to stick around and grind for a couple drops. We can get the amazing Sun Sword. Holy shit, look at this encounter. Thank God I wasn't ambushed. 3 imps? Are you kidding me? I'm going to stick around and grind for some drops because we can get the Sun Sword and the Venom Axe in the next dungeon. So looking forward to that. What else can we get? We do have a bunch of Lamia encounters in the next dungeon, but I don't think the Lamias drop anything. It's Lamia Queens that drop some pretty valuable shit. We also can get a couple of magic spells, but I'm trying to transition away from magic, since we can get very good weapons from now on. Very good weapons for a while. Yeah, I would say as far as drops are concerned, since the only things I can use are if I get them as a drop, Sun Sword would be, I would like 3 Sun Swords for everyone, but it's such a rare drop that it's pretty unreasonable to expect 3 Sun Sword drops. But it is probably the best weapon that I can get as a drop, unless I get something very lucky. Unless I can get an Excalibur from an Iron Giant. That's not happening. Like, what statistically, what is the probability of that? The Iron Giant is a 1 in 256 encounter in a couple floors of the final dungeon, and on top of that, the Excalibur is a 1 in 8 drop. So whatever 256 into 8 is, 1 in that number is my chance of getting an Excalibur. I don't think there is any sword better than the Sun Sword. I mean, or Ragnarok. No, there's no Ragnarok in this. Quite sure there's no Ragnarok, but who knows? Could be something really, really rare that I've literally never seen. I used to think that the Iron Giant was spotting the Iron Giant just blessed your game. The number of times I've played this game, I've literally only I think I've only seen the Iron Giant like 5 times. 5 times is ridiculous. Naruto is kind of low on MP, so I'm going to try and conserve, especially since we're getting so many unrunnable fights. But that's the nature of the game. Sakura is doing pretty well in the front row, I must admit. I don't know how she's managed to survive so far. Maybe her evasion is really taking off right now? Oh, come on! At least I got a ambush, of course. Of course, yeah, someone's gonna get better. Okay, we're gonna be here for a while. Time to get the hell out. As I've mentioned before, no enemy drops a golden needle. Oh my god, I think this is going to be our main challenge with Mysidia Tower. Can we make it to the top unmolested? Very, very low chances. So maybe the entirety of today's episode is going to be Mysidia Tower. Ragnarok and Masamune are best swords in the game. Like I said, I don't think Ragnarok exists in this game. Masamune, right, Masamune, I forgot about the Masamune. I'll need to look up. I mean, you say there's actually something called the Ragnarok in this game? I doubt that. I mean, that thing would be Ragnarok in Dawn of Souls. Is it? Even in Dawn of Souls, I don't remember seeing Ragnarok. Honestly, I've never seen the Ragnarok, if it does exist, so I'll need to look that up. Wow, that would be something new for me. Okay, can we not run from these guys? We can run from these guys, so what the hell was the other encounter where I literally wasn't able to run? Oh, wait a minute. If nobody drops golden needles, I can't even kill that guy. Okay, I guess I found a loophole in the set of restrictions. I'm forced to buy a golden needle. Okay. Normally, whenever someone is afflicted with a status condition, I just kill them off, and then that status goes away. But I can't do the same with petrification. Wow. Okay, maybe I should have thought about this and added a condition. Conditions apply. What I don't have another sword. Yeah, let me just keep Richard in the front row as a meat shield. Actually, no. Screw that. We're gonna go with our traditional roles. Will let Richard shine as much as he can, since Sakura, she does have some options for damage in terms of magic, in the form of magic, I should say. But Richard, if I put Richard in the back row, that guy is completely useless. So we'll let Richard contribute until he dies, and it's not if he dies, it's when he dies. I don't even have an answer to the ambush problem. It's just something that I have to work around. I'm gonna get ambushed, and then I'm gonna take a bunch of damage, and then that's it. And that way, one by one, I will lose characters. Okay, are we ready? Yeah. But at least making multiple attempts like this is giving me a good substitute for grinding. So instead of having to grind, I'm just constantly trying to reattempt Tower of Mysidia. Even though Tower of Mysidia is a piece of shit, I would much prefer to move on to the next dungeon, where there are far more valuable drops. Nice! Richard didn't get hit this time. Oh yeah, look, this is the unrunnable encounter. I don't understand this. I don't understand why this encounter is considered special. The Arcane Sanctuary found only in the PSP. Oh, Arcane Sanctuary. I have never done that side quest. I see. Yep. I agree. Ragnarok does exist. Got it. But yeah, nobody drops that. The best sword we can obtain as a drop is the Sun Sword. Sun Sword is purported to be effective against undead, but I've never seen any damage increase in that. Who knows? Maybe we'll find out. Best axe we can get as a drop? Well, technically it's a rune axe, but once again, in the next dungeon we can get a venom axe relatively consistently. So we can get a sun sword, we can get a rune axe. Oh shit, ghosts, we are so dead. Please don't use magic. Somehow Richard survived. I can't believe this. Oh, ghost ambush. That is some scary stuff. Probably shouldn't have used blink. Can we do 540 damage? I mean, Sakura can, but can Lee do 540 damage? We need to one-shot these guys. Oh yeah, Richard. When Richard does survive, he just completely annihilates the enemy. I'm just using Richard to buy time for my other characters. In terms of armor, yeah, very few things drop any good armor, which is kind of sad. Let's practice some physical skills right now, since these guys... Oh, never mind. Richard is going to finish these guys off. Richard can two-shot a big horn. That's actually quite good. But yeah, looking forward to the next dungeon, but this dungeon is in the way. 10 floors of ambushes and plenty of unrunnable encounters. What's our levels, by the way? We've got... Yeah, look, we are getting some EXP now. So halfway to level 8 for everyone. Almost level 9. So that's nice progress. Having to extend battle slightly, but that's better than grinding at least. Honorable. Man, these guys, when the basilisk ambushes me, I gotta pray that we don't encounter their gaze attack, because I don't think any one of us has enough magic. Oh, come on! Can Richard survive? No, he can't. There is no way he can survive this. That's okay. At least he bought us time until floor... 5th floor! We're already on the 5th floor. Thank you, Richard. Much appreciated, man. Right, now Sakura goes to the front row and she becomes a sword master. So I think what I'm going to do is... Lee has level 2 evasion only. Maybe I'll put him in the front row so that we can work on his evasion. Yeah, let's do that. Kind of playing with fire here, but well, we need skills at least from somewhere, which is not grinding. Yeah, we can run away from this. And of course we have to face off against the Thunder Kickers. I have no response. Ouch! God damn it! Why do you do this? At least both of these guys are physical attacks only. So once again, we can just sit around and practice. So the next casualty is going to be Lee. At some point, we're going to be ambushed. He's going to die. Just trying to delay the inevitable, and hopefully we make it. If we get lucky, we'll make it to the 10th floor. Actually, the Thunder Kickers, I don't have a strategy against the Thunder Kickers. Probably we're gonna have to rely on sleep, just like the other boss fights. But that thing has plenty of magic defense. Is sleep level 7 going to be enough? We will find out, I suppose. Alright, enough taking around. Let's go with the DPS. Fire what? Fire level 8? Okay, cool. At least our magic has consistently been leveling up throughout the game. Sakura is up to 400 damage, not hitting an elemental weakness. We can two-shot a Gigas. That is good progress. Another giant sun. Who cares about that? I'm not even going to consider equipping any armor right now. Simply because our evasion is far more important than the defense. We're not going to have any significant amount of defense to offset anything anyway. So it's kind of pointless. Defense is much more important in Soul of Rebirth. There we go. For a change, I did not get an ambush, and I appreciate that, especially against the Wraiths. The Wraiths, remember, they can use Break 6. Petrify pretty much all of them. All of us. No! Please don't use gaze. Oh shit. Oh, you asshole. Alright, we are down one more party member. Oh my god, the casualties are piling up. I guess it's Sakura's turn? No, it's Naruto's turn. What floor? Well, sir, just 3 more to go. Come on, guys. I don't want to be in the Mysteria Tower. That removes from some high level Asuna. Nobody drops Asuna. Thank you for not ambushing me. Actually, that's not true. Who drops Asuna? Well, it's an end game boss that drops Asuna. None of the regular encounters drop Asuna, so we're shit out of luck there. On the whole, white magic drops are very rare. The most useful white magic drop we've got is Blink. Apart from that, nobody even drops Cure. We got a preemptive, are you kidding me? Apparently, preemptives exist, eh? Let's see if we can land Sleep. That's pretty much my only strategy. Oh, nice. Nice. Man, Sakura has probably won this battle for us. Yeah, I do not want to screw around. Yeah, let's just go with DPS right away. This guy has 2500 HP, which is not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but if he even gets one turn, he's probably going to one-shot either one. No, he's not going to one-shot, but he's going to do a lot of damage. Thunder 16, single target, will do probably 500 to 600 damage, and we're kind of struggling for HP right now. Especially with 2 party members down for the count. Scourge is at level 3. At level 3, Scourge will do like 300 damage, so I might as well go with Fire. This guy is weak to poison, but right now we just want as much damage as possible. Come on, Naruto, 244, what was that? Oh shit, this is gonna take a while. 357, I might as well go with Scourge, idiot. 357 damage, is it because of his magic defense? Let's take a look at Scourge. 600 damage, hell yeah! Scourge 3 obviously has a weakness. Please don't wake up. I think he's woken up. Yeah, we cannot tolerate him waking up. And I'm getting pretty lucky in terms of turn order as well. Sleep MVP, man. .480, that was, maybe the previous roll was a crit. 600 damage from a level 3 spell, even hitting a weakness. Still, I'll take 400 damage. Especially since it's saving up my MP. There we go, GG. And this was possible because I got a preemptive. Otherwise, he would have done something, I'm quite sure of that. No drops! Asshole! I get all kinds of super drops when I don't get... we just... yeah, literally discussed this like half an hour ago. Why? Why does life work in such a weird way? Actually, I don't think it does. It's just that... kind of like Schrodinger's syndrome. Many status effects in this game are nasty. The problem is that a lot of those status effects are caused by physical attacks. So you take... who can we take? Well, just take the cockatrice, our best friend, the cockatrice. He causes petrification upon physical hit, and you would think that if you had armor that resists against petrification, you won't be affected, but that's not how it works in this game. Marlboro Terra, no thanks. When do we get a Marlboro Celis? Kappa? Oh, never mind. I need to play more of F6. Oh, come on, don't ambush. Don't ambush. Charm 6, oh, rip. I think we're dead. Charm 6, we don't have any defense. Somehow we didn't die, okay. Press save. I think in these last two floors of this dungeon, there are a lot more runnable encounters. To hell with those Marlboro. These Marlboros are fine, actually. Holy shit! These Marlboros are fine. It's just the final dungeon Marlboros, which are break 6, we are dead. Yep. It's the end game Marlboros. They can inflict all the temporary status ailments on you. And in the NES version, I've seen people just hit a wall at that point. Ambushed, gaze, yep, you're gonna petrify some more. Wait, what? Sakura resisted petrification? Interesting. Can't believe that. What's everybody's magic defense? I think that was like very low chance. 543, 535. Yeah, look at that pathetic magic defense. I think we made it. Yep, we made it. Wow. Alright. Press F to pay respects and let's just get on with our lives. Insert standard Kamehameha joke. Is it really unfair at times? Yep. Again, as opposed to a traditional RPG, it's a random encounters in this game that will kill you. The boss fights are relatively easy. It's not just your regular random encounters that can kill you. Very easily, that too. It's even because with all this you said, hey, I got lucky. I mean, you saw how stuff went. I mean, initially I thought every time someone was going to get petrified, I was just going to get the hell out. But yeah, I decided to plow through it anyway. We lost Richard, we lost Lee. But despite that, I somehow made it here. And who knows, who cares who got the bonuses from these orbs. And technically I'm not allowed to use Ultima, so I'm going to sell it for an insanely high amount. Even though money is completely useless, you can never have enough of it. Yeah, but dude, come on, I really got lucky that we only lost Richard and this guy. You saw how Sakura escaped that petrification spell, didn't you? Holy shit! I mean, very very low chance that we evaded that. Oh wait, I don't need to go back to Mysidia. I should go back to Finn. Yeah, going back to Mysidia is very dangerous right now because there we go. All the encounters in the world map have been upgraded. Now, I have literally, not literally, but only on very rare occasions have I visited the rest of the world map. Not often you resist anything in this game. Well, how to put it? Getting magic defense levels is absolute cancer. So your best bet to resist elements in this game is using equipment. And there are plenty of equipment that resist a lot of things. The problem is, the game never tells you about any of them. So for example, if you look at the black garb, all it'll say is it grants you agility or something like that. But it doesn't tell you that the black garb can resist petrification. Spells, only when it comes to spell. Drain Tome. Where the hell did I get a Drain Tome from? I don't know where I got the drain. Yeah, I don't remember a drain drop. I don't think there's anybody we've met so far that drops a drain. So I'm gonna sell this off, assuming that I obtained it via unfair means. And we're gonna sell the ultimatum for 1 gil. Thank you, shopkeeper. If there was any doubt that Ultima is an absolutely horrible spell, that shopkeeper pretty much confirms it. Free market never lies, you guys. Always keep that in mind. Whenever you think, whenever you want the truth, all you gotta do is follow the money. But yeah, the game just doesn't tell you. Even though the descriptions in this version, or the remakes in general, the descriptions are better. In fact, there were no descriptions in the NES version, so what am I talking about? But the descriptions don't give you the entire information. For example, the golden... No, not the golden hairpin. The golden hairpin only gives you resistance to lightning. In terms of status resistance, the power equipment, the power helmet... No, sorry. That's just called power in another translation. The twist headband, the power vest... Going by Richard again. He's gonna die for sure in a couple dungeons, but let's just have some fun with him while we can. I wish I could give him some equipment, but I can't. His evasion is way too important. He's got 80% evasion, level 3. So there's a good chance that he will dodge a good number of physical attacks, but nah. Wait, what is this? Okay, it's the same. Okay. Is there any house cleaning we need to do? Jensen, Mitchell Axe, eye drops, blah blah blah. No. I've gotten so few drops that my inventory is squeaky clean. When the hell does that happen? Oh, wait a minute. If I hang around on the world map right now, I can get some pretty good drops. Yeah, let's do that. First, let's get rid of the mandatory story event. Let's do that. And I was saying before that I have never gone around the world and had a look at all the updated encounters. So maybe that's something I should try out this time. Black pendant. So let's call the dragon. Am I allowed to use the dragon? I would say no, because technically speaking the dragon was not a drop. Although the dragon is pretty special in that we can use him as an item to cast the blaze blue magic. I call it blue magic because I think it's technically considered different from Fire 7 in the remakes. It's literally just Fire 7 in the NES version. I've looked at the code and it works off of the same. But I think the remakes treat it as a special kind of magic which only enemies can use, or you can use via items. Now that we've got the Hiryu, we can go ahead, proceed to the Cyclone. But yeah, like I said, what we're gonna do is hang around here and try for some drops. Look at this! Sorcerer, Sergeant, and Panther. Sorcerers, the sorcerers have some pretty nasty stuff, but yeah, no buts. Even the sergeants can't really do anything. They get 3 hits, and Richard can dodge 3 hits, so that's cool. Let's see if we can put them to sleep. Might as well. And let's focus on the sorcerers first. The sorcerers only have 140 HP. In the next dungeon, we can run into wizards even if If we can, actually. Wizards are a very rare encounter in the next dungeon. But if we run into wizards, that would be incredibly lucky. The wizards can drop some very, very good stuff. Sorcerers will drop some nice spell books, but I'm trying to transition away from spells. But still, let's find out what we can get. Can we get captain encounters here? I don't think we can get captain encounters here. Sergeants, as we have seen before, sergeants drop only the mithril stuff. We don't really care about mithril stuff, I guess. To an extent, it is self-performed kill. Indeed. You see. Let me offer you an explanation there. Elixirs and ribbons, the price of elixirs and ribbons is controlled by the government, so it's outside the purview of the free market, very, very unfortunately. And the government wanted to incentivize you to actually use them as items instead of using them as an asset class. So there you go, that's the explanation. You let the free market rule, and just think about it. If you had the free market, that's why elixirs buy for 50. Well, okay, you got me. You got me there. I mean, just think about it. How many shops sell elixirs, huh? It's just the black market. Elixirs are just that valuable, but you can probably trade elixirs between guys that understand the value of that. What all did we get? We got aura. Oh shit! Wait, what all did we get there? Toad, aura, and mithril helm. I don't care about any of these. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to sell these off. Aura is, well, it just assigns an element to your weapon, so kind of useless. Hardly gives you any damage boost whatsoever. Antidote might come in handy. Eye drops, hellfire. I don't care about hellfire since I've got fire spells of my own. And these weapons are just obsolete, so I might as well do some housekeeping. I got 6 mithril maces. Talk about unfairness of drops. And 2 aura tones, I see. You could have given me haste, you sons of bitches. So let's hang around and see what all they drop. I think that's pretty much the only encounter we can get here. So I'm thinking where else in the world can we find anybody that drops anything? Literally don't know. Right next to Mysidia, we can encounter, what are those things called? Pit fiends. Pit fiends don't drop anything. In the desert near Kashuan, if we go right now, the upgraded monsters are sandworms. Sandworms can really land the hit, land the hurt. Sandworms don't drop anything. Does anybody drop anything? It's so sad. Yeah, just nobody drops anything. And we don't care about the mithril equipment from these assholes. And what about the sorcerers? So if our only option is the sorcerers, what spells can we get from the sorcerers? We can get haste. I don't particularly care about haste because it doesn't stack. And in a game like this where you've got spells like Blink and Berserk, haste is pretty much obsolete, I would say, unless you're just going for a very OP strat trying to hit the damage cap. Mithril bow drain. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I would like the drain. And I got haste when I was just bad mouthing haste. Fantastic. Yeah, I definitely want drain. Okay, thanks for affirming me that something like this is. So, remember how I said that nobody drops cure? I guess this is a acceptable substitute. Of course, we need to remember that drain. We cannot use this as well as we would have used the cure spell, because when we are faced with undead monsters, we cannot use drain for obvious reasons. But what I am going to do is hang around here and get 3 drain spells. Yes, sir. And I think drain is a relatively common drop from those guys. Actually, hang on. Do I still have this monster in a box with a bunch of sorcerers? I believe I do. I think I was way too chicken last time I was in Finn Castle to take this encounter on, but now I can. Let's hope we get 4 sorcerers and we get 1 sorcerer. Thank you very much, assholes. Well, even if we do get 1 sorcerer, hopefully he drops something. Once I'm ready, I will proceed to the next dungeon, where we can run into captains. The captains can drop... Okay, they can only drop a flame bow. No great weapons or armor. Does nobody drop light armor? Everybody only drops heavy armor. It's like we've got a bunch of giants gloves, giants helmets. Really? What's our shield level like? Shield level 9, shield level 9, shield level 9, and shield level 7. Okay, shield levels are pretty good. I think we need to proceed to the next dungeon in order to even have a hope of getting higher shield levels now. Because shield level 9 is very, very good compared to the enemies that we are fighting right now. One more idea I have is to get Adamantoise encounters to have them drop diamond shields. Can we get better shields? Because mithril shields, even at level 9, if you're only getting an evasion of 60 or 70%, that's just not good enough. We need a better shield, and I can't think of anybody other than the Adamantoise who we can grind shields off of. Full shield, flame shield. Does anybody drop the flame shield? Nope. Ice shield. Ice shield. We could grind for ice shields if we go back to Dist. How about that? Maybe a trip to Dist would not be a bad idea. But before getting in, actually, getting 3 or 4 ice shields might not be a bad idea, because we are potentially going to run into many monsters who have high level fire attacks. Plus ice shield adds 6% per level, 6% evasion per level. Should we go to Dist? Yeah, let's do that. Let's see how much success I can get grinding for ice shields. I think it would definitely be far better than diamond shields. I'm just going to take any encounter with any drops whatsoever. Beggars can't be choosers and so on. Oh wait, we are looking for a drain from these guys as well. I need at least 2 more drain spells. And all this hanging around here is also helping Richard with his evade levels. Man, but he hits so damn hard. Seriously, Richard is one of the most useful fourth party members. If not the most useful. In a casual run, I pretty much use him as a boss killer because of his high sword level. Plus the fact that you get some incredibly good status swords. Aura Tome, Haste Tome and Mithril Axe. Dude, I don't want a haste. Can you give me Drain? Alright, I'm gonna stop complaining and just take what I can get. Let's go to Dist. The lowest floor of Dist is where we can run into Captain Ogres. And Captain Ogres, hopefully they have a decent chance of dropping ice shields. Come on! Just killed him. Did not give him a chance to make a case. Code of random encounters is just brutal. Best thing about the ocean is just I don't even have to think about which encounters are unrunnable. All of them can be escaped from. I was wondering, that was a very long stretch before getting into an encounter. That's another great thing about the sea. Which is why the speedrun prefers a sea route, even though sea route to a couple of different locations. Even though it is slightly longer in terms of number of steps compared to the other routes, compared to the shortest path. Hang on, I need Richard alive. And we should be pretty comfortable in Dist now. Richard has decent evasion, so even if we run into Gigas encounters, it's not going to be a big deal. So that's the hope anyway. Hopefully he can survive all the way until the bottom floor, where we need to grind on some Captain Ogres. It's the yellow soul encounters that are going to be really annoying, but what can you do? You gotta take the good with the bad. Let's just hope that it's not going to take too much time. Ice shields, incredibly valuable. Fortunately, they are a drop, and fortunately, I do believe they are an easy drop as well. Because I remember in the lower floors, we can run into potentially 4 Captain Ogres in one encounter. Yeah, sign me up for that. So that's 4 times as good of a chance of getting an ice shield. We could also get a winged sword. Do I care about the winged sword right now? We got the ice sword. Yeah, winged sword would be nice just to get others up to speed in terms of sword levels. So I wouldn't mind a winged sword either. Look, here's what's gonna happen. Yeah, I can almost feel it. I'm looking for an ice shield, right? All I'm gonna get are winged sword drops. That's what happens. That's the way it goes. And now that I don't even care, these fucking land turtles are gonna drop mithril shields. Calling it, man. I swear, if I get a mithril shield... Oh, I got a warp tome. Okay. Warp term is actually useful. I will teach that to Lee. Everybody has warp. Okay. Richard can get a spare, I suppose. Nice, I got so many warps. Warp is actually a rare drop from those blue ogres, wizard ogres. Interesting. No runables in this place. Oh, please don't blind me. Oh shit. Miss cool. Shite. Gigas, let's test out our proficiency in evading attacks with this test. 500 damage, holy crap. It's not gonna. Yep. Richard is pretty much, at least for the most part. Every now and then the Gigas will get a hit in. I probably should avoid that. Whatever, man, whatever. I should really move that fire up. Since fire is our new spell of choice. There we go. I think it should be far more convenient. I'm going to keep Blizzard at the first position for lead because that's his strength. For whenever we are not hitting a weakness, and if you think about it, most of the enemies, again, it's like the 80-20 principle. Most of the ouch! So much for the Gigas not getting a hit in. God damn it! Do I need to use Blink? Looks like it. Most of the enemies in this game do not have an elemental weakness. Again, a surprise. So whenever we're hitting non-elemental, whenever we're not hitting a weakness, I'm just gonna have Lee use his level 7. Oh my god, seriously? Richard does not have enough evade. And we are literally not getting any EXP, I don't think so. So the Gigas is, even though it's a rank 5 encounter, which was, rank 4 was pretty high for like half the game. Holy shit! I literally can't do anything in this fight except this time I've got Drain. So let's see how well Drain 1 works. All we need to do is 20 damage. And these guys will die. So Drain 1 should theoretically kill them. Exactly 20 damage. Alright, if I can take out 2 of them per turn, I'm happy. But let's sit and watch all 4 of them spam their fire. This is even worse in the NES version. It literally takes minutes for them to complete casting their spells. Especially since you can get ambushed by a group of 6. Exactly 20 damage. Wow. We are hitting the border here. Exactly 20 damage again. What the hell? No variation? Very strange. Normally there's a randomness assigned to it. Oh, come on! At least they're not ambushing me, so I guess I've got that to be grateful of. Exactly 20 damage again. What is Drain? Does Drain use a special formula? No, obviously not, but I don't know. I don't know why it's doing exactly 20 damage. That's really weird. This is like the 4th instance, right? When it's done exactly 20 damage. Rich is probably gonna die. $20 damage? Exactly 20 damage. Strange. But yeah, once I get Drain for my main 3, I'm definitely gonna grind that crap out of that, because that's gonna be our ticket to healing. Initially, my plan was to get a rare healing staff drop, and if you've seen my no magic challenge run, healing staff is one of the best things in the game. In fact, it's so good it's even valuable in a casual run, because hey, infinite healing, and it's not small healing either. So yeah, looking forward to some Drain spells. Look forward to see how well Drain works. Rip Richard! Right, so this is the floor I was talking about where we can get that encounter. Wait, I could have run away from this. Why did I waste my MP? Damn it! So, fingers crossed. Let's hope for the best. And 1 Captain over, okay? One is better than none, I suppose. I do remember when we were here officially. Look at this. Son of a bitch. Now he drops a wing sword. Well, it's better than nothing. God damn it. I called this. Oh, asshole. Yep, this is how life works, guys. In fact, this kind of thing is so predictable that a life pro tip is, if you really want something, just stop wanting it and you'll miraculously get it. I didn't make the rules. But the secret is, how do you stop wanting it? And the beauty about that philosophy is, when you stop wanting it, then you stop caring whether you have it, whether you get it or not. That's some cosmic brain there. Cosmic brain philosophy. So either way, you get a favorable outcome for you. But of course, the real secret is, how do you stop wanting it? I suppose a classic Adamantoise? No thanks, I think I'll just get the hell away from here. The diamond shield is a rare drop from the Adamantoise, but do I really care enough? I don't think I do. All I want is a bunch of ice shields, and in the process, if I get wing swords, that's cool. I already got one. didn't drop anything. But yeah, I think when we were here officially, we beat 6 of those things, ogre chiefs, and none of them dropped anything. The bastards. So we do have our work cut out, but it's I think it's a far better shot than hoping for diamond shields from adamantoises. I don't even think the adamantoise encounter where was I looking for? We can potentially run into 4 adamantoises in the entrance of the desert when we enter it from what location is that? Well, from the top of the desert, if we just hang around at the top of the desert, we can encounter 4 adamantoise encounter, but I think that is very, very rare. On the other hand, the ogre captain encounter in here is far more common. Even though it doesn't look like it, I've only run into 3 so far. There we go. There we go. So the ogre chief encounter is far more common, and yeah, I'm just trying to play the numbers game here. Even if what I want is a rare drop, this is a far higher chance that I'll be able to achieve it here. And honestly, just objectively speaking, the ice shield is a superior shield. So pretty much every calculation works in favor of the ice shield. Another wing sword! I mean, I appreciate it, but come on. Just come on. Where were these things when I was looking for it? Ah! This is so frustrating. Might as well give me another wing sword, eh? For Leon. Even though he doesn't really need, he doesn't need to be trained in sword skills. He has, what is Leon's sword skill? In fact, what did we even name him? I don't think he's called Leon. Maybe he's called Orochimaru or something. It's been so long, I've forgotten what we named him. What the hell? 0 damage? What do you mean 0 damage? Drain 2 is also doing only 20 damage. What is going on here? Am I? I know what's going on. We can't drain more HP than they have, and they only have 20 HP. No wonder we are only doing 20 damage. I got it. Another positive thing to come out of this challenge run is I'm actually using the drain spell. Literally never bothered with the drain spell. Oh boy. Where are the ogre? Oh god damn it. At least it wasn't an ambush. That's what I say every time. Drain 2. How much is this going to do? Killed 3 of them at least, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm definitely going to multi-target with the Drain 2. I swear the ice shields are not that rare. But of course they are so rare when I'm actually looking for it. Oh damn it. There should be a law. There should be a name for something like this. You'll never get stuff when you actually want it. I suppose there is a name for that law and it's called common sense. Please drop something. I'm begging you. Sword level increased. At least everybody is getting good sword levels. Blizzard. Does anybody not have Blizzard? Might as well put it to use. There we go. Seriously, that guy once again didn't drop shit. Alright, I'm gonna use some reverse psychology and let's hope it works. Quote unquote. It looks like I'm going to be in dist for the rest of the stream. Worked for Mysidia, but once again, that was completely unintentional. Maybe the encounter is not as common as I thought. Let's go to the next floor. I swear, Captain Ogres come in large groups here. It's not this bad. It's definitely not this bad. Okay, so I'm getting pretty tired. Oh, it's just the boredom of grinding. I think technically speaking, what I'm doing right now is called farming. There's a technical difference between grinding and farming. I'm farming for some ice sheets. Well, it's boring nonetheless. Hopefully on this floor the Captain Ogres are far more frequent. They may or may not be frequent, but holy shit, these things are coming in pretty large groups. Is multi-target going to be enough? 77, yeah, I think it's going to be enough if we are doing 77 damage. Nice! And we are steadily getting, at the very least, we are steadily getting some sword levels. Blind Tome and Blizzard Tome. Son of a bitch. Alright, alright. No, just more of these stupid idiots. Okay, 2 of them. We're doing some pretty good damage with our magic, but there are a couple disadvantages with using magic. Primarily, we're going to run out of MP. Especially when the enemies become a lot more tankier and come in larger groups. because multi-target damage is one fourth, a quarter of regular damage, and unless we're hitting a weakness, even the regular damage is a ice shield. Nice. So that's 1 out of 4. You know what? Yeah, let's not think about 4 ice shields. Let's just content ourselves with 3 ice shields because it's it's much more rare than I expected. Yeah, after like 15 or 20 minutes of grinding, I've been the ice shield has graced my presence, and immediately you can see evasion goes up to 98%. Nice. So therein lies the benefit. The ice shield is just that much better than a mithril shield. Mithril shield is like good for the beginning of the game, but right now what we want is 90% evasion. In order to try to guarantee our favorable turn order as much as possible. Like I said, in the end game, when enemies have 80 to 90 speed, that goes out the window. But at least until end game, we should have a pretty clear pathway. Huh, actually got it done. Ice shield! Ice shield! Hell yeah! Okay, I think it was a good decision to actually step into this room. The previous room was not giving me any results. Man, when it rains, it pours. Yet another life lesson here. Let me ride this wave. Did I say? Yeah, I think I saved. And I have the handy warp spell, so I don't have to be too concerned about how am I going to get out of here. It's not as if the enemies here are posing much of a challenge anyway, but warp tone and blind tone, come on. But now that Richard, I can't rely on Richard. The biggest encounters might prove a bit of a drain on resources, especially if I've spent almost all of my MP in trying to kill all of these Captain Ogres. Where is the 4 Captain Ogre encounter? Come on! I'm so glad that the majority of encounters in this room are runnable. Holy shit. Yep. All I can say is it was a good decision to come here instead of grinding adamantoises. I was thinking, apart from the ice shield and the diamond shield, do we get any other shield? There is an intermediate gold shield, but I don't think any monster drops a gold shield. And right after the next tier of shield, after the diamond shield or the diamond ice and gold shield, all of which have 6% evasion per level, is the dragon shield. And the dragon shield is just stupidly rare. Depending on whether I can guarantee dragon encounters, I might actually go for the dragon shield. Aegis shield, forget about the Aegis shield, that's just not gonna happen. Aegis shield is the highest tier of shield. I don't think anybody drops the Aegis shield. Potentially Iron Giant might drop the Aegis shield, but like I said, it's just like the Excalibur. The chances of you running into an Iron Giant at all are slim to none, and then getting a valuable drop, yeah, that's like onion equipment level of grinding required. Onion equipment from FF3. Speaking of, What would be some of the rarest drops in Final Fantasy games? One thing that immediately comes to mind is the pink tail. Pink tail is like a meme. It's like an absolute meme. People have lost their sanity trying to get a pink tail. One of the Let's Plays I was watching, that guy grinded for a week without getting a pink tail. Of course, the rewards are appropriately in line with the rarity of that. But is there anything rarer than a pink tail? What the hell? Gigantoad. There's a Gigantoad in this room. And we can't run from him. Should be weak to Blizzard. I mean, he is a frog after all. Well, guess I found the only unrunnable encounter in this area. Yes, I did. And I think he dropped some... No. He dropped some healing items. Ice shields have dried up again. Another kick into it? What? What are the chances of getting rare encounter back to back? Really? Especially when you don't want it? Get out of my way. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is a dream come true. 3 ogre cheese. I have to get one drop from this, otherwise I would just consider myself to be one of the unluckiest persons ever. Seriously? Gotta be kidding me. Give me 2 ice shields in succession and then once again they're being stingy. Come on guys. I just want one more ice shield. In before I get a 3 Captain Ogre encounter and all 3 of those fuckers drop ice shields. Yep, that would cap out my day. $258, what? You're supposed to one-shot them. Did you not get the memo? You should be comfortably. Wing sword, ice shield, and blind top. Nice. This rounds out my sword and shield collection. Yeah, the 4th party member can fuck himself. So we got the ice shields that we wanted. Wing sword, and ice brand. Okay, we got 1 extra wing sword. Whatever. Let's get out of here. Now that our grinding is done. Who's got the warp spell? Wait. Save! So do you want to save after all of this torture? Holy crap. I was like, if it's gonna take, if it takes 5 more minutes, I'll just be here for 5 more minutes and then I'm just gonna stop stream and then grind it off stream. But fortunately got it. Yet another life tip. Make an ultimatum and just stick to it. Best case example is in the stock market. I will hold on to this stock for 3 more weeks and then I will sell it. And then no matter what happens, sell it. That kind of discipline is what makes you the money, because in the end, no matter what you know, it's just gambling. Fight me on it. Stock market is just gambling. even though so-called pros, there's only 4% of them that actually makes money at double-digit percentage in the stock market. People keep believing them, keep giving them more money, both in terms of money to manage and in terms of their salaries. It's almost like the ones that are really good just go to hedge funds, and of course, hedge funds are totally private. So the general public, plebs like us, never hear of what goes on in the hedge funds. Alright, we need to get Richard back up on his feet. We did get an extra wing sword, right? So I'll hand the ice band over to Richard. He can do what he does best, and meanwhile all the other guys in the back row can practice their sword skill with the wing sword. I mean, the wing sword is still pretty good, but with some of the encounters coming up, it's not going to do any damage. But we can run into some trash mobs like the cockatrice in the next dungeon, and I think the wing sword will still do us a decent amount of damage against them. But it's not a completely useless sword. Like, at least it's not as if we got a broadsword right now. I would have liked an extra ice shield, but it's okay. Actually, you know what? What I'm going to do is hand over one ice shield to Richard, just to boost his evasion. He should have 99% evasion now. 94! God damn it, Richard! Oh yeah, and I was also looking for Drain. I need to grind some more. Yes sir, there's a Draw Sony challenge. We need to grind for a couple of Drain spells. So much for no grinding. Whatever. I'm sick and tired of not getting draws. So now I'm forcing the issue. Everybody's stunned! What? I guess we also need to see if we can get some status protection equipment from somewhere. But I think that's all endgame only. Yeah. Nice stun. And now they die. Or not. Man, that panther is really tanky. Come on, so now we are looking for 2 more drain spells. Once again, this area is optimal because this is where we can encounter the highest percentage of sorcerers. Now admittedly, Drain and Haste is, I think, both are considered rare drops, 1 in 8 chance. But hopefully it won't take anywhere near as long as the 3 ice shields did. But I'm happy we did get winged swords as well. Now I don't have to waste energy and time on magic. Mithril armor, drain, 2 drain tomes! Yes! That's it for the grinding then? Thank you!
Hey, listen!
Hello Zach! What's going on? Nice, so that's it for grinding for now. Of course, as soon as we enter the cyclone, there's going to be more grinding. You can look forward to that. But like I said, I won't grind for three of those rare drops. I think that's very unreasonable. Ice shields we absolutely wanted because we can get into an encounter. Good old FF2, yep. That's gonna be my channel staple. Everything else is just side business. I think we have made all preparations to enter the Cyclone. So let's just go ahead with it. Is there anything else that I want at all? I don't think there is. Let's just enter. Choose a favorite dinner? Yep. It's absolutely my favorite. What's yours? You're gonna say 7, isn't it? And I almost think that I like tactics more than 2. But I think that's just a sign of the times. I've played 2 so much. And actually, yep. How predictable! There's a lot of potential. Yeah, definitely. I think the more I play of tactics, the more I fall in love with it. But I'm finding it very difficult for any game to actually replace Final Fantasy 2. Why? Because I have gone so much in depth with this game. I've gone to the extent of actually looking at the code, and I don't think I'm going to do that with any other games. Simply because it was just a phase for me. Also, there's a lot of problems. Why do you say that? What problems do you see in tactics? That's like a game as close to perfection as can be. So that's a very gimmick and absolute killer to casual gamers. Yeah, but we're not really talking about casual gamers, are we? Casual gamers won't bother replaying the game. Casual playthrough is like maybe once or twice. I'm not really a casual gamer. What is your definition of a casual gamer? 13 years later that I'm wanting to try and get through the gimmicks. 23 years later, 23 after it released. Did you actually buy it when it was released? Did you actually play it back then? Mithril Axe and Aura Tome, nobody cares about this crap. Alright, let's go in. I think I took a lot of unnecessary damage here, but it's not a big deal. And in some form since release. Wow. So you bought games right from back then. I thought maybe all of this splurging on video games only started once everything was made digital. Because these days, people have huge libraries of games that they have not played at all. And that is something that I can't reconcile with. Game didn't need the gimmick battles. Okay, you got a point, but I still think, yeah, not only do you say it has a lot of potential, just did not the actual gameplay, the storyline fights did not live up to their potential, the potential of the game, which can be devastatingly bad for random battles. Commit your party into battle before you know what you're. Oh yeah. I totally agree with you on that one. If you don't know exactly where what your formation is going to be like, then you can potentially get screwed. But I feel like they did that because they totally expected you to fail. Oh shit, we're gonna get petrified or not. I think Richard has enough evasion. I feel like the way they designed it is you're not supposed to get through it on a first attempt. It's the only thing that I think hold it back. Yeah, I agree with you. It's just that before you mentioned this, blind commitment of your formation. I mean, in my opinion, it's a game as close to perfection as can be. At least so far, whatever I've played. Very few flaws, but that's definitely one of them. I'll agree with you on that one. That's definitely one flaw. I really wish it was more like Fire Emblem, where they give you an overview of the entire map, and yeah, before actually rushing into fights, you get a chance to review your formation. Crap, he's gonna kill someone. The random battle is bad. No, I disagree with you on that one. Totally disagree because of 2 points. First of all, if you want to grind, the only way you want to grind not just JP, but the game expects that if you want to grind levels as well. Although levels don't play as big of a part as in traditional RPGs. But more importantly, if you grind a lot, like a traditional RPG, what you find is that the story battles become very, very trivial. And red, blue, yellow chocobo battles. I have, and yeah, very, very. I have for the most part. The only way I could get through those fights was by equipping Blade Grasp, which is an OP ability. But I have run into that, and I totally understand where you're coming from. But fact of the matter is, you're not expected to survive that encounter. You're just not expected to survive that encounter. You just gotta take that L, man. Not just this. If you constantly try and grind in what's that place name? Barrios Hill. I think Barrios Hill is where you can get a bunch of chocobos. At higher levels, that becomes Red Dragon, Blue Dragon, Tiamat, and 3 behemoths and 2 king behemoths. That's what you have to deal with once you're over level 50 or 60. Oh my god. Those kind of fights, you just don't have anything. No defense whatsoever. Oh shit! I completely forgot to put them in the back row. Oh, we're gonna get hit. Or not? Not gonna get hurt. And checkpoint, optional story characters now. I mean, how many party members did you buy? Did you buy a whole bunch of random characters just to do those? What's that? You didn't buy any. Well, then 16 should be more than enough, isn't it? You have a total limit of 16, excluding guest characters. So I didn't really have a problem with 16. It's not. Quite sure it's 16. How come these guys are not able to hit me? I'm very surprised. I was considering using a blink, but these guys haven't done too much damage. We've still got 640 HP on Sakura. I think I'll keep Sakura in the front row. Actually, no, I'll keep Naruto in the front row. I'm full and no monsters in the party. Recount what all characters you have. So you've got Ramza and you've got at least 4 other randoms, which you use in random encounters. Then you have Agrias, then you have Mustadio, and who else? You're in chapter 4, right? Then you would have Cloud, you would have Beowulf, you would have Race. You have 3 generics in chapter 1. Why did you keep them around? Kick them out! And then the 3 in chapter 2. Which generics do you get in chapter 2? You don't get any generics in chapter 2. I know at the end of chapter 1 you get 3, which is Rad, Alicia and Lavian. You don't get any in chapter 2. Oh wait. No, not in chapter 2. You get a couple of useless creatures in chapter 3, which is Malak and his sister. Forgot the sister's name. Rafa. Yeah, kick out the ones that came with Agrias. What's their name? Rad, Alicia, and Lavian. Kick them out. You don't even need them for a quest. Stadia is required to get Cloud. Who else do you get? And then you get Orlando later on. Does that add up to 16? I don't think so. Should be forcing you to having to boot them. Why not? I mean, you get a choice to offer them to, you get a choice at the beginning of chapter 2 to just not have them around. So honestly, I don't see that as a problem at all. I feel like you are reaching on that front at least. Oh crap! Run away! No Marlboros please, and no Hector. There we go. We wanted a Captain Encounter and Lamias. We don't even care about a Captain Encounter anyway, actually. Should be room for everything. Well, if you really want that, there is the PSP version which allows you 64 characters. So there you go. And more than allows you to have. So right now our grind goal is to get at least one Sun Sword and potentially a Venom Axe if possible, if we get a Venom Axe along the way. I'm just trying to see how... Everybody confused? Oh shit! Maybe this encounter is... Yeah, let's get the hell out. Let me make a save. Doesn't look like I'm getting any wood golem encounter here. Royal Guard I believe is the one who will give us the Venom Axe. Ouch! And I can't even run from them. Oh shit, we are dead! We are dead. Don't have life? Nope. None of the monsters drops life. So there you go. I don't have life, I don't have Asuna, I don't have cure. Well, I have a kind of cure in the form of drain, but that's not leveled up. This is a drops only challenge, so the only things I can use are the ones that I got as drops from enemies, which is why we are grinding. You're going to have death. Indeed. As a status condition, not a drop. Well, good thing I literally just saved. Unfortunately, this is an unrunnable encounter, so can't even try escape from this. Shit! Everybody piled on Naruto. Damn it, Naruto, I blame your lack of evasion. That's okay. Like I said, literally just saved. Let me get should I even bother getting out of here? I can't heal anybody. I don't have any healing. What is this going to be? Okay, this is a runnable encounter now. I think what I'm going to do is get the hell out. Actually, let me drop a save and try for a wood golem encounter. Wood golem is the one that can give us the sun sword. And sun sword is pretty much the best weapon that we can get in a drops only challenge run. Pretty rare. Never got to with all the biggest battles. Oh yeah, that's FF1. Hall of Giants. How much struggle when I was done with that game. Yeah, that's the story of FF1, man. It's like you struggle at the beginning of the game, and then suddenly the rest of the game is a cakewalk. Well, not a cakewalk. You can always die whenever because there are some pretty OP monsters. That was in 2. There's literally no place with just Gigas. Oh, you're talking about Dist. Right. Oh yeah, that is an unbelievable difficulty spike. That is an insane difficulty spike. I like my stats never go up. Well, there you go. Why do I have less than 1000 HP? And once you're done with that game, you have like 4000 HP. It's like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Yeah, I think I remember that. Maybe I'll need to look up which room has the highest encounter frequency for the wood golem. Now the Royal Guard potentially can drop what's it called? A Venomax. Venomax would be nice. I think that's the best axe we can get our hands on in terms of drops. Doesn't you get to learn from the challenges they're plunged into? Absolutely. I would say that's the entire premise of this battle system. No drops, assholes. Did not get a drop. What's Naruto's evasion? Only 3%. I mean level 3. Okay. So I've run around here for a good 5 minutes and I do not see a wood golem encounter. Where can I get a wood golem encounter? Maybe the first floor? No, I think it's this floor where I can get the most frequent wood golem. Oh crap! Most frequent wood golem encounters. Remember to have fun, right? Yep, you have fun too. I'll catch you later. If I'm surely thinking just saving here and doing this grinding off stream. Because I am kind of tired. But my problem is that I don't think I do shit off stream. So the next stream is also going to be a bunch of grinding. So we're gonna stick around here at least until yeah, let's just stick around here. EB, hello! I was just talking about closing shop for the day, man. How's it going? We're just in grind mode here. I desperately want a couple drops. And meanwhile, we are getting some desperately required stats as well, preparing ourselves for end game. Close the shop already? Yep. I was just gonna say let's just check out for 10 or 15 more minutes, and if I don't get what I'm looking for, I'm just going to stop it for the day, and hopefully I'll grind those items off stream. If I don't have the motivation, well, I can fast forward this, especially when I'm doing it off stream. So probably maybe I'll find a half an hour slot somewhere during my day and just Grind a Sun Sword and a Venomax. Is there anything else we can get here? I don't think so. But Sun Sword itself is a massively useful drop. So EB, if you're still here, I was thinking about a Squall solo challenge run. What problems do you foresee with that? Of course, there are sections where Squall is not in your party. But apart from that, I don't see any particular problems with doing a Squall solo. And on top of that, if I even allow the card game... Oops, I don't think I saved. It will make the run quite manageable. So the thing is, especially the one part where I remember where you can't have Squall is... well, there's a very small part where Renova is alone, but once Squall flies off to space, there's a significant portion of the, well, not significant, but not insignificant portion of the game where you have to play with Zell. And I think, oh yeah, there is, oh wait, there is actually a significant portion. Crap! I finally get the encounter and he just one-shots me. Damn it! Oh, can we survive this? So I think there are two sections. One is, of course, the missile base where you have to play as Selfie, and the other is when Squall flies up to space. Not sure if there are any other parts. So my concern is if the rest of my party is going to be horribly, criminally underleveled. Good thing these guys are weak to fire. Sun Sword! Assholes! Now I need to get the hell out of here. Thanks for remembering Delling City. Thanks. You have to play this on emulator or PC? Emulator. Why does that make a difference? So it was in Delling City. Is it? Yeah, I think that's manageable. That is actually manageable because all you have to do is you're playing as Quistis, and I think especially when you have encounter none, you won't get any encounters there. I don't think you have to fight a boss without Squall. But with Selfie, yeah, the missile base with Selfie, you do have to fight a boss. So if Selfie is going to be horribly underleveled, I'm thinking, is it actually possible to manage that? Should be, because the monsters, ideally the monsters should be at your level, or I don't know how that works exactly. I believe the way it works is it just looks at your current party members and the monsters scale to that instead of whatever level Squall is. Simply because it won't work otherwise. It just won't work. The first Squall is only so there are save state editors that will allow Squall as a party of one. No, I don't want that. I want to play the game legit. Yeah. So I'm just thinking. I don't want to hack into the game. That'll come later if I'm thoroughly bored with what the vanilla game has to offer. Couple of during the garden action as well. Garden action again, very minimal, and there are no forced encounters where I have to play as Squall. Also the Laguna sequences, but since Laguna is basically Squall, I think that is manageable. That is totally acceptable. Not an issue. My biggest concern would be the missile base and potentially once the section where with the Lunatic Pandora mini game in Esther City, because there are a bunch of forced encounters. Not a bunch, like a handful of forced encounters. But yeah, maybe I'll just try it once. That's probably the best way to find out. Otherwise, I don't really see a problem, especially if there's no holds barred. If the card game is allowed, blah blah blah, I can pretty much do whatever the hell I want. Can you get small stop gunblade and play? Nope. I was too low level to get energy crystals for pulse ammo. I looked it up on the guide, and I can't see any way to get pulse ammo. Otherwise, what does Lionheart require? It requires on adamantine. Yeah, adamantine also is very rare at when you're under level 40. Remember, I beat the game at level 33. Only above level 40 can you get adamantine on a regular basis, easily rather. Otherwise, you have to play the card game. I don't see. Oh, come on! Richard is out of action. Whose turn was it again? One adamantine, 12 pulse ammo, and something else. 4 dragon fangs. Okay, dragon fangs are pretty reasonable. I'll look into how the materials for Lionheart can be issued early in the game. This one, I know it can be issued via the card game, but I'll need to play a shit ton of the card game in order to actually have a decent chance for that. I don't really want to spend that much time in the card game. The biggest problem is even the adamantine is not a problem, because I believe we can get plenty of adamantines from by refining by modding the Minotaur card. Yeah, I do remember that. I just didn't want to lose a rare card. That's why I didn't do it. But the pulse ammo is the biggest problem. How do you get pulse ammo? Because the best way to get pulse ammo is from energy crystals, and the energy crystals are just ridiculous. Even if I play the card game, I would need 12 Elnoil cards to get 1 energy crystal, and 1 energy crystal only gives me 10 pulse ammo. So it's horribly difficult to get pulse ammo. Dragon Fang I can get. Actually, even Dragon Fang I can't get. I don't see how I can get Dragon Fang in Disc 1. Disc 1 ends at the Sorcerer's Battle, right? Yeah, so we can get Dragon Fang in this one. If you pick up a Jigsaw junction every stage, it would be unstoppable. Another point is, let's say I want to get Eden. What would be the strat against something like what's the name? What would be a strat against Ultima Weapon and or Cactuar for that matter, Jumbo Cactuar for that matter, with Squall Solo? Is it even possible? Actually, I think it is possible. Can we use Hero? If we use the Hero item, and I think one of the cards gives us 100 Hero items. 100 Hero items should be enough for pretty much the entirety of the game. So if we use Hero, can we become invincible against even OP moves like 10,000 needles and whatever light pillar. Yeah, light pillar is the one that does quad 9 damage. Ultimate Omega easy to beat solo. Just use a hero card instantly. You have Lionheart special attack stop during Rensoku can plus 180,000 damage. That's the lion heart. My goodness. Oh wow. Yeah, so I was on the right track, huh? You can use hero. And I don't even need to put in a lot of effort to get hero. I think either it's a Laguna card or it's the Squall card, which gives up 100 hero items. I'm assuming 100 hero items should be enough for the entirety of the game. So it does look like solo Squall is very much possible. Especially if I'm willing to abuse the game. Which I'm totally okay with, at least in a first Squall solo run. Maybe subsequently I'll try out different restrictions like no escape, because in Final Fantasy VIII, surprisingly, grinding gets you in trouble instead of the other way around. Security game, optimal conditions with Renzoken plus Lionheart. Jesus. 250,000 damage, that's like Omega weapon has 1 million HP. In one turn, you just quarter of the damage is done. And the hero, how long does the hero item last? Like 3 or 4 turns at least? At least? Jeez. This is ridiculous. Man, that game is ridiculous. There are so many items in it. Alright, I'm officially pretty tired. I think I'm gonna call it. One more encounter, and if it's not a wood golem, yeah, it's gonna be bye-bye. At the very least, we're getting evasion levels, we're getting sword levels, and shield levels, of course. No drops though. What's his evasion? His evasion is at 4. Nice. So I will transfer on to Lee? Yeah. Lee needs a lot more evasion. He's got what, 2? Yeah, he's only got level 2 evasion. One more encounter and I'm gonna call it. Nope, didn't work. I think I can run away from this. Okay, I think I just literally saved the game. No promises, but if and when I do get time, I'll grind or stream for this. Otherwise, we're gonna start next stream with grinding. Alright guys, have a good day and take it easy.